Welcome to Stay
and Slay
with Mel
and Chrissy
and Daniel or DC.
Our first male guest. He's in the building.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me on. It's a pleasure. I'm excited.
We're very lucky to have you.
You guys might recognize him from our last video.
He was there.
He was with us last weekend.
My little cameo. Me sitting on the couch looking like a little kid.
Yeah.
Answering my little thing for the week. It was fun. I actually had a lot of fun at the walk. It was a really fun week.
Yeah. He came with us to the walk. He's a real one. We appreciate it.
Yes.
And
we've
we
been through thick and thin together.
So many things.
Yeah. So I guess, maybe you guys should talk about how you know each other.
Well, we met through our work, Young America. Shout out.
Shout out YA.
Shout out YA.
Best real estate agents in the game.
And we became great friends, and I don't know, I feel like we've both been through so much, and we just were there for each other, and we love each other.
We do, very much
and we're
so.
just friends, and
There's
I love you.
something special about a coworker friendship.
Yes,
Yeah.
very true. And I have a lot of them, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, and I know DC because he attended the walk last year.
Yeah, you guys met
So
there,
I met
right?
him last year at the walk.
This is
so
true.
we're like a year old.
Oh my gosh. Happy 1 year to our friendship.
And then we all bought Childish Gambino tickets together.
Yes.
And he canceled on us.
Mm-hmm.
We've been
Childish
ghosted by
Gambino.
Donald Glover.
Hopefully he
actually,
reschedules.
but he reached out to us personally.
Yes. I have his number. We
Yeah,
talk.
DC's friends with him. It's really
He's
cool.
actually my cousin. No big deal. People say we look alike all the
I'm
time.
like, sitting here like,
Yeah.
wait, really?
Me and Donnie, we go way back.
Donnie.
That's my boy.
Donnie.
Yeah.
Anyway, how's your mental health?
Yeah, like let's like now that we have a man here, let's get some male perspective on mental health.
I will give you as much perspective as I can. As
Yeah.
I'm capable. You want to know about my mental health? It's not bad. You know, I mean, it's
Pretty broad question.
I think it's never gonna be like one solid answer.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
We're all human.
highs and lows. You know, it's a roller coaster, ups and downs.
Do
Yeah.
you, as a man, do you feel like you need to be tough, like mentally, for others?
I think it's like a idea definitely instilled like into men and boys like as they grow up, like don't cry, don't show emotion, make sure you're strong for those people around you, because you know any weakness could be like unsettling for like the women in your life especially too.
Yeah.
So I think it's something that a lot of, like I said, boys are taught, but I think my parents are a lot more open about me expressing my emotions and having
love
healthy
that.
forms
Good.
of communication. So it's not something I try to like put too hard on myself, but I definitely have moments where, you know, I bottle things up, and
Yeah.
I just have to remind myself like the best way to feel better about anything is to talk about it. So you know, it's an ongoing thing. I learn every single day, so I try not to be too tough for my own good.
I love this.
Yeah, I think it's just better, like, not to bottle things up. Because I feel like sometimes it's just easier to, like, not talk to anyone because it's just, like, a little exhausting.
And
but-
pretend it's not happening.
Yeah, but I'm glad that you do that.
Thank you so much.
Well, and I feel like that's kind of why we got close, because, like, we could connect on that deeper level and be able to, like, talk about things. And, like, that's why when we both were going through stuff, like, we could be there for one another. And I just think, like, when you're more in tune with your emotions and what's going on, it's just easier to, like, form those connections.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I love that.
Definitely when we met each other, you were going through a really tough time. So
Yeah.
I just had the opportunity to like be there for you and
Yeah.
show up and try to support you any way I could. So
Yeah.
Good
that's
friend.
really why like I feel like our relationship like bonded and
Yeah.
got strong so quickly.
I feel like we're in group therapy right now.
Yeah, no.
And I'm
Group
like,
therapy.
I'm the therapist, and you guys are like here together.
It. Yeah.
We are.
How often do you cry as a man?
That's a good question.
Just hit me.
The last time I've cried, I don't even remember. Well, no, that's not even true. I cried maybe a week ago.
Okay.
So, I mean,
I wonder why.
if I had to put it on like every so often, I'd say maybe once every 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not super often. It just depends on how stressful my life is, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody has things going on sometimes, so.
Do you like catch yourself stopping yourself from crying a lot so people don't know, like, you're upset?
I guess in a way, because I know a lot of people, especially like girls, sometimes are more emotional and they'll cry in front of anybody and just be like, because they're going through it, they can't help it. But yeah, I think sometimes I look for like a safe space to cry, like if I'm talking to the right person, like my mom or something like that, then I'll be more vulnerable and be more open to breaking down. Or if I'm like in the car, sometimes I think about stuff for too long. Then
I do that too.
Oh my gosh,
that's the best place.
The car's my safe space. Easy.
Yeah. Same.
Every day.
Your bed and your car, the best two places.
It's just
to
so
cry.
quiet in there, you know. I get to think, and I sit in my driveway for hours sometimes, just recapping the day, recapping my month, my year.
Low key, your car is like your best friend.
I agree.
Yes.
I love my car.
Like I'm like.
I agree.
Love her.
So yeah, I think sometimes I do wait to let out my emotions because I don't want everybody to see that side of me all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
I relate to that too. I also feel like I don't cry very often. Like sometimes it just like bottles up, and then same thing. I'm like, I want to cry during the day, but then I'm like, okay, I have to wait till I get home.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've
And
definitely
then-
had those moments.
Yeah, but sometimes you just have to like go to the bathroom and cry really quick,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay.
I feel better now.
Do you want to know how I cry when I don't want people to know?
How?
I will put my head down like this, so the tears just fall right out of my eyes.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
awful.
that way they don't go down my face. Because when you're a girl, like your
I
makeup
get
gets
it.
ruined.
Yeah,
Luckily I don't get puffy eyes or like red eyes from crying.
I do.
So I can get away with it like super easy. What's like one piece of advice you want to give the men watching?
The men.
Because we can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to tell them?
I think it's important for all the men watching to know that they're not alone, that they have people in their lives that love them and care about them, and if they feel like that's not true, just reach out to somebody, anybody. It doesn't have to be, your best friend or your family, you know. It could just be a coworker, you know. Somebody you feel like you can trust and go to with how you feel. Just reach out, talk about how you feel. Don't bottle your emotions up because it's very easy to get caught into your own head and stay there and get stuck in a rut. So just get yourself out the rut and just talk to somebody. That's the first step to feeling better if you are going through something. So
I love
that. Oh my god. I could cry too.
I could cry.
Aww.
It was beautifully said.
I rehearsed that. I wrote it down before I came.
He was probably in the car the whole way.
like,
He's like reciting it.
You go
in
through
the
my
car.
talk.
Do you want to explain what
You
we're gonna
should
do?
explain.
Sure. I don't know how many of you have seen this game before, but it's a game called Truth or Drink. The YouTube channel Cut made this game, and they have people play it. They'll have exes come in. They'll have
That's tea.
divorced parents. They'll
Shout out to
have
Cut.
mothers, fathers, sons, daughters come in and play. And basically, the premise of the game is you pull a card, you read the question that's on the card, and either you answer it truthfully or you take a shot. And since Chrissy and Melissa do not like to drink, and Chrissy's sober actually,
Yes.
so I brought some kombucha for us to take shots with because no alcohol on the Stay and Stay podcast.
Also,
so
DC is driving home later,
Yes.
so he will not be drinking either.
Allow drinking.
we're responsible. on the
Yes,
Stay and
it's
Stay podcast.
the day we're recording this is a Sunday, and we all have work tomorrow.
Yes, sure did.
Because I also got this crisp Olipop.
That could be your chaser. How about
Which
that?
that's gonna taste good. So.
Yeah.
That'll be the chaser.
Oh my god, it's like we're drinking. Taking me
But
back
we
to
wanted-
college.
But we wanted to try the Olipop. I like it.
That's
good.
really good.
Tastes like
I'm
apple
glad I
juice.
bought one for myself.
Olipop, sponsor us.
Sponsor us, Sally Pop. The first question is, when was the last time you laughed so hard that you cried?
I was with someone that makes me really happy.
Mm.
And yeah,
That was...
it was a really funny joke,
That's
and I laughed
extremely
so hard.
vague. Tell us a little more about that. I don't know how truth was.
That was weird.
That was just something that made me really happy.
There's no
They
details
made me-
there. I think she has to take a drink.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless you don't want to go into more detail, I feel like you have to take a shot on that.
Oh.
DC.
Oh, okay.
Are you drinking to that or what
Um,
was making you laugh?
who
was
was
there a
it?
joke
Who
involved?
was
Like-
making you laugh?
Who
That's
was
the-
making me laugh?
Yeah, that's the more important
Oh.
question.
It was Millie.
You're-
Truth
I
or
get
fib?
cayenne.
yeah, you do get cayenne on that one.
Truth or fib? I haven't laughed till I cried in a very, very long time. But I will tell you what made me laugh really hard recently.
What was it?
Well, we were all together. We were all together.
Oh my god.
We didn't talk about it, and we need to talk about it. And this actually made me laugh. I was close to crying, and I have dark humor. But we were at Small Cheval in Wrigleyville.
Yes.
After our walk, okay? We had this waiter. He was one of those guys that, like, you'd ask for something, and he'd say, "Well, see about that." And like
I was like, can I have a Coke? And he's like, no.
Yeah, like, he's just one of those guys, and he thought it was funny, and we never left, but he kept going, okay? And DC was late, and he asked...
He got stuck in traffic.
Yeah, he was stuck in traffic. And the waiter was like, do you guys want to order without him? And we were like, yeah, like, he's stuck in traffic. And we were like, we were at the suicide walk, and he got stuck in traffic, and we didn't. And the guy was like, oh, so you want him to kill himself? And we all were like...
And I go, no, our friend already did that, so...
Yeah, she just put it right out on the table. And then he literally was like...
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
And then we, like, go about ordering, and he's like, well, is that what Shay Shay would have wanted? Because we still ordered without him. And he said her name. It was crazy. The whole restaurant was like, because we all
felt like a movie scene.
It was crazy. And, like, we were wearing our shirts that had her name on it, and we kind of forgot we were wearing them.
And he looked at my pin, and that's when he said her name.
So when, like, he said her name, we were like, how did he know that? But then we're like, oh, wait. But it was so crazy. So crazy. And he just kept going.
Yeah, we were all
the whole time
very taken aback by his lack of, like, social awareness. Like, he was, like, a younger guy.
Yeah.
He was 20.
20, just turned 20. So,
yeah.
I guess I could give him the benefit of the doubt on that. But he was just oblivious to the fact that he was making everybody, like, so uncomfortable.
Yes.
Like, he thought he was the funniest thing ever.
I literally looked up. I was like, is Small Cheval one of those places where the waiters have to be funny? Small Cheval in Wrigleyville, if you want to go check him out, you'll know exactly who we're talking about.
Yeah.
So hard that I cried. I don't know if I can remember a super specific time, but I know whenever my aunt comes around, she's my mom's sister, she comes and she stays for, like, weeks at a time. And she's just so funny. She's like a free spirit. Like, she just...
I want to meet her.
She's like a 60-some-year-old lady.
Let us
kids.
meet your family.
Yeah. Yeah, every time she comes over, we laugh until we cry. So, she's a bundle of joy. But I don't have a specific time, so I don't know if that's
okay.
enough. Is it good?
I think so.
Fair?
I think me and you slayed that one.
I think we did. One of us, on the other hand.
Her friend is making her laugh.
Yeah.
What something everyone said you would regret, but you didn't?
This tattoo I have right here. Because, I don't know, it's just a little semicolon, and my roommate Savannah and I, we had appointments to go get tattoos, and, like, we ended up changing our minds of what we wanted kind of last minute. And I had always had, like, an idea that I would like a little tattoo like this. It's really dainty, and I just love it, and I look at it all the time, and it's just a reminder for me every day. And it's such a conversation starter. Like, I've been at parties or just, like, out, and people have a semicolon tattoo, and they're like, oh my god, and then we'll share a little story or just, like, relate on that. So I don't know, I think it's really cool, and it's kind of like I'm part of a club.
Yeah, that is
in a
cool.
way. So
I like it.
I really like that.
I remember that. Your mom was super against you getting that, anything at all. Like,
yeah.
She was not happy with you, but
yeah,
it has so much meaning behind it. Like, that's something where you can't compromise and not go get it. 'Cause
yeah.
It's important to you. So.
And she's wonderful and forgave me.
Yeah, she is. Very gracious.
Yeah, she's the best. We love her.
Yeah.
Loving immigrant mother.
I love her
She's
very
the
much.
best.
And I obviously felt horrible, because my parents don't have tattoos or anything, and
It's like a generational,
yeah, and
cultural
I
thing.
completely understand.
Something you regret? Should I get into, like, the answer that I could come up with?
I don't know if I'm that important, where I've done something where everybody's like, you're going to regret that.
Right,
but...
so that was my thing when I was thinking about this. I was like, I don't think anyone's been like, you're gonna regret that, you know?
Yeah.
I can maybe be overthink something and be like, oh, they were judging me for that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I think one thing where my parents like had a little pause on when I was trying to decide where to go to school, I decided to go to a junior college instead of a 4-year straight away. And it worked out really well because that was the same year that COVID hit. So I was doing online classes from home anyway. But yeah, they wanted me to get the college experience, but they saw how much money that we saved by having me go local, and it just made more sense. But I mean, we talked about it again recently, actually. Like, they were like, yeah, I kind of wish you did still go to a 4-year university, even though it was COVID, because like those years of living in a dorm surrounded by other people and
never get back.
building those relationships and getting those experiences, it's not something you can replicate in like
You can't.
any other aspect.
So that's funny because what I was gonna say was not that anyone told me not to go away to school, but like for me, I grew up thinking I had to go to a junior college first to save money. Like that's how I grew up. So that's like I never even considered a 4-year school until I randomly applied, randomly went, and not that anyone was like, oh, you're gonna regret that. Like, oh, that's too much money.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, so many people go to college and they have debt, whatever, but nobody's like dying. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm just gonna go and I'll figure it out later. And that's what I did. And I ended up getting 2 free years of school. And because of COVID, I saved so much money because like they were giving us COVID relief and like, you know, like I didn't go to school. I didn't have to pay for housing because it happened during our freshman year.
No matter what.
Always go out.
Throw
If it's
that
gonna
card.
make you happy, spend the money on it. Like, I go to all these concerts, and I always figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
I like that.
Like, I don't know. Not that anyone's like, you're gonna regret that. But, like, I can assume some people are like...
Probably think differently about it.
They're probably gonna regret that, you know?
I can see. That's a good point.
That's the only answer I could come up with.
Okay. You ready, Mel?
Yeah.
Which one do you want to pull from? Oh, she's
You want to go to the hardest
She's jumping
one?
up.
That was so deep.
If I died tomorrow, what regrets would you have about our relationship?
The gasp you took when you got that.
That's so crazy.
That's a good question.
Oh, wow.
I mean-
I feel like this is like a cheesy answer, but I feel like nothing.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like you're one of the only people I can be, like, honest to. Like, we understand each other. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think there'd be anything to be regretful on. You know? Especially because we went through what we went through.
Yeah.
So we know to, like, never have to regret something.
Yeah, for
You know? Because
sure.
anybody could die at any given moment.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I'd regret not spending more time together. Just because, like, if you were to
Same.
die tomorrow, we'd all be so young still.
I know.
I think for the past few months, for me personally, like, I've been spending a lot of time more isolated than I'd like.
Yeah.
And not spending enough time with the people I care about the most. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if you were to die tomorrow, I'd be like, dang, I wish I would've got more time to hang out with Mel.
Aww, that's so cute.
All right. I hate that question, though.
Yeah.
You don't want to think about dying?
Yeah.
Is there anything but for me in DC that you would regret?
If you want
Yeah,
to tell
let
us.
me-
Yeah,
When
reverse.
you listen or whatever.
Uno
like-
reverse card.
Yeah, Uno reverse. For you, I definitely say the same thing, and I think like for a while I just like was also kind of isolating myself from a lot of people, and I would just be like, why didn't I spend the time I had, you know? And I mean,
What, Lance? You went.
and for you, I mean, I would just wish that we had met sooner.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Cause yeah.
You know,
Like I wish we
where had
and
you
Shay
been?
could have like been left together
I
and
know.
like gone to concerts together.
I
and,
know.
Like that'd be so crazy.
So I would just be like,
Even though she's here.
why did I only meet you when I was 22, 21?
Right. Like why couldn't we have met at the womb?
Yeah.
The moon?
Womb.
Womb.
Oh, in the womb.
Like
Oh.
in the womb.
So you guys are soul sisters.
Aw.
You guys are meant to find your way back. You still have the rest of your lives to spend together because you're not gonna die tomorrow.
Yeah,
Life
no.
is good.
Yeah, life is
Life is
good.
good.
Nobody's
Very good.
dying.
Nobody is.
You're not allowed to die.
Absolutely not.
This is funny. How long did it take you to get over your last ex? what did you do to get over it, and are you actually over it?
This is a good question.
So, my relationships weren't that long, so I feel like you guys should go first because you have, like, better lore than I do.
A good chunk of time. And
How long did you guys date for?
like less than a year.
Okay.
So it was, I feel like it took kind of
The same amount of time.
a while.
Yeah.
But I think
It always
also
does.
for me.
That's the science in my brain.
Yeah. But I think also for me, I had a few boyfriends before that. So for me, I really truly was like, okay, this is my time where I'm going to be single and I'm going to just work on myself. So I only had myself and I really let myself feel my emotions, and that's how I healed.
So, my first relationship, it took me a very long time to get over him. But it's asking about my last ex. So, honestly and truthfully, this sounds so bad, but it really only took a couple days. Because when we were together, I was going through a lot, and he was kind of just my escape from my reality. That was really sad reality. So I'd kind of just, not that I was using him, but like when I was spending all that time with him, it was just my like escape from life. So like when we ended things, it was like, oh, I need to deal with all the things that I'm going through. So I kind of like snapped out of it pretty quickly, and I went right back to like grieving and like doing the things I had to do.
Yeah.
So it didn't take that long, and we also stayed friends through it all because we really cared for one another. And we're still on good terms, and he's always someone that I'll care for. So, yeah.
That breakup period is time for you to reflect, like your reflection period. Think about what went wrong, how you affected that, like how you didn't affect, what you could have done differently. So, I mean, the time it's going to take you to get over somebody definitely going to be different depending on how long the relationship was, how deeply invested you were in each other's lives, how it all ended. Like if you had a lot to do with it, a little to do with it. Obviously, it takes two to tango, but sometimes.
Right. And I feel like your emotional maturity has a lot to do with it too.
For sure.
Like my first breakup, I thought it was the end of the world. Like, you know, it was like my first heartbreak. First cut is the deepest, all right? But like my second go around, it was more like, I was like, I'm going to give myself one day to just cry about it, let it all out. And then the next day I'm going to get back up on my feet. You know, life goes on. What about you, DC?
I'm going to take a shot. I'm still working through some things.
Yeah, it's pretty recent.
Take a shot.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a shot on mine.
What's a habit, compulsion, or relationship you wish you could quit? I'm actually personally gonna say, like, biting and picking at my nails.
Okay.
I think it's like a habit, and I think kind of a compulsion thing. Like, I've talked about it in therapy before because, I don't know, I think I do really weird things sometimes that is like, what? But, I don't know. I think that's why I like to have my nails painted, because then I don't pick at them.
What was your last guest's name? Mora?
Mora.
This is for Mora. Shout out to her. She
Shout out to
actually
Mora.
sent out some strays when she was talking about her ex-boyfriend, because she said that he loved to play Brawl Stars. I'm actually a Brawl Stars fanatic. I have 40,000 trophies.
I don't remember that.
I play pretty much every chance I get. And
shout out to Mora.
Yeah, shout
and
out
her
Mora
ex-boyfriend.
for coming at me crazy in that podcast. But
Mora better be watching.
I know.
But yeah, I think if I were to give up one thing, it would probably be like the time I spend on my phone, because I feel like
I like that.
I feel like it takes away. I could be doing a lot more productive things sometimes, but sometimes you do need that time to be unproductive. But
Yeah.
So this is very interesting because this is getting into the topic for our next video. But I feel like what I would love to get rid of is like all my self-sabotaging behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel
Me
like
too.
I very easily lose my discipline with like eating healthy and going to the gym and like, or whatever goal I'm working towards. Like I feel like I so easily will come up with an excuse of why I can't go to the gym today, or like whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to just like form better habits to help me get rid of those, I guess.
I have a good tip for you. We can talk about that
Yeah.
after
Yeah, and then we'll talk about it in the next
that
episode.
next episode.
Because, yeah.
What dish do you slay every time you make it?
Whoa!
No way.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God.
We act like we invented the word.
I know
You said
we
the word.
did.
You said the word.
You cook? Do you
Um,
guys cook?
wait, what was the question again?
What dish do you slay every time you make it?
I'm really good at making vodka pasta with like
You should feed us.
with breadcrumb chicken.
You should feed us.
Cooking podcast?
Yeah, like if you guys literally want to make
That would be
that for
fun
dinner.
if we cooked on a video.
I make a really, really, this is going to sound like a joke, but I make a really good grilled cheese. A grilled cheese sandwich I can bang.
I
Okay.
do too, though.
I have a secret
Can we
ingredient.
have a grilled cheese off?
If you want to lose, that's totally
Because
fine.
I
Savannah
make
and I can be the judges.
I make really good grilled cheese, like my family knows.
It's not mine, though. That's the thing. So,
What do you mean?
Like, it's not my grilled cheese. So,
What do you
It's
it
mean?
doesn't
not
matter
my
how,
beef,
how
though.
good.
You think I came up with the recipe?
But I mean, no.
Like,
But
is
I'm
that
just
what you're saying?
I'm just saying it's not going to be as good as mine because it's not my grilled cheese.
What
My
do
grilled
you-
cheese is the best grilled cheese that's ever been.
Not
Oh, you're
this.
saying my grilled cheese is not gonna be good as your grilled
Yes.
cheese? You could have just said that.
No, I mean, that is what I said.
No. I
Alright.
fun fact used to bake.
Used to?
Yeah.
I still do.
And
Yeah, you're good. You're
I
good.
made-
I almost brought you some banana bread today.
Oh my
Stop.
god! You should
I know, I
have.
tweaked.
You shouldn't have said that.
No, I like bake. I baked so many things. I made like 10 pies one Thanksgiving, all from scratch.
Really?
I worked at a bakery for 7 years. Yeah.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
And you like learned how to bake from being there.
No, not really, but like I know a lot from there. Like I know
Okay.
all the terms and stuff from there. I also took baking 101 in high school.
Baking 101.
Should have been in
So.
301. You
But
were-
yeah, I used to bake a lot. I was pretty good.
Why'd you stop?
It's just a lot of work. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
The cleanup is the worst part.
Like
Yeah.
if ever I'm feeling it, then sure. But I usually don't feel like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
DC, we're getting into the little things which you already know.
Yes.
Because what I love the most about DC is that he genuinely listens and watches the podcast.
Yes.
I do.
And he knows what's going on.
Very much so.
So, what was your little thing this week?
I have 2 little things for the week. My first little thing is I woke up, got dressed, ready for work, went out to my car, and there was just a hot air balloon in the sky. Craziest thing I've ever
What?
seen.
That's so cool.
It was insane. I was like, I took a picture of it and everything. I was like, no way. Like, and then I started driving and it was like following me to work.
It's just
almost.
little things like that.
That's
That
so
is a
cool.
little thing.
So cool.
That's
But-
awesome.
Yeah, and then the second little thing is it is a very cold and rainy day here in Chicago.
Stop,
And I
DC.
love the rain. The rain is my favorite
It's
weather.
the first day of fall.
I agree.
Is it?
Yeah, today's the first
Yeah.
day of fall.
Oh, it's hoodie weather. That's why I have my hoodie on. right
Yeah.
now. But
Yes.
yeah, I saw
agree.
it was raining today. I didn't even want to roll out of bed. I was so excited and happy. I sat out on the porch with my dogs and watched the rain fall, listened to the sounds and
I know.
the sights. It was a good day. It was a good day today.
Yeah.
So, those
Mel, what was your little thing this week?
I kind of have 2 quick ones too. One was I was driving home from work, and I work right by O'Hare, so like I can see the planes landing. And as I was driving home, I literally was right under the flight path, and it was kind of getting dark, so I could see like 4 planes in a row like on the path, and they all would just like go over me, and it was just the coolest thing.
Like timing. Perfect.
Yeah, because my
Beautiful.
dad was an air traffic controller, so I kind of have just grown up learning like weird facts about planes, and now I travel a lot, so I'm just always on a plane. My second little thing is
everybody gets 2 little things. That's
Yeah, I have 2 now. Now that you guys have 2.
You're so annoying. My second little thing is I took the train to work, and I did it.
Yes!
Yes,
She's a
slay.
city girl.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that. That's awesome.
That's
Thanks.
literally how I
Good.
felt after, I think it was like a bar call or something, and I got back to my car, like, after I took the
Yeah.
train, and I was like, wow.
No.
Yeah,
I can't
like,
believe I did
I'm
that.
a commuter.
You guys.
It's
That's so
amazing.
cool. My favorite thing is when I like plan crazy weekends where I have like 6 concerts to go to, and like then when I finally make it home, I'm like, success. I did that.
I did it.
Yeah.
Accomplished all my tasks today.
What was your little thing, Kirsty?
Here are my 2 little things since you guys said 2. And you know I would say like 100 if I could. Well, number 1, I got my nails done on Friday. And
They do look really good.
yeah, they're so cute. They're for
Wow.
Fred again. I'm so excited. Yeah, Fred again. But the guy did my nails. I love my nail place because they just know what's up. they're funny, they talk to you, like, they want to get to know you.
That's fun.
And, like, we were just laughing the whole time he was doing my nails. And then his little wife came up to me and she showed me a TikTok on her phone. And she's like, isn't this so funny? Like, like wanted me to laugh with her. Like, it was just such a cute moment.
Yeah.
And my other little thing, I was getting one of my students on the bus. And he told me he loved me all on his own.
Aww.
Oh my goodness.
All on his own.
That's
And
so
that's
cute.
a big deal for me because I like to teach my kids, because they still have a lot of learning to do socially.
Yeah.
And I like to teach them how to love.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I say I love you all the time, but, like, when I start hearing them say it,
Aww.
and, like, last year it got to the point where, like, they were saying it to each other.
Aww.
So I'm like, oh, it's already working. I don't know. It just made me so happy that he said he loved me.
Spreading positive vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
always.
That's good.
Always.
We just want to thank you again, DC, for being here.
Yes.
You've been a great guest.
Our
and
first man.
Yes, a great first male.
Thank you.
We've been waiting to have some new perspective on here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for inviting me.
We love guests.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
If you ever want me back, let me know. I'll come
Our
back.
cook-off episode.
Yeah, cook-off
Yeah.
episode. Be ready for that.
No, we have
workout.
to.
That'd be so much fun, but thank you. I
Also,
appreciate
my
Yes.
mom's gonna love you.
it. Is she?
I already know it. I can hear her.
Parents.
She's like,
Parents
Yeah,
gonna be
parents do love you. My
Parents love
parents
my,
love
my
you.
mom's like, DC was so cool.
DC? Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Can't wait. Let me
Yep.
know when we're hanging out so I can,
Yes.
I can go meet her. Your hippie mom.
Yeah,
If
literally.
you take us home, we'll take you
Ba-
home.
perfect.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. Well, thanks for watching Stay
And Slay
with Mel.
and Chrissy.
And DC.
And as always,
Stay
stay vibrant!